Hello, my dear students of 4th primary. Now, let's say you are planning to go on a trip with your friends. تعالوا نشوف لو هنروح trip مع الفريندز بتوعنا. And you want to ride the cars or the bus in an organized way. عايزين نركب الكارز اللي هنروح بيها أو الباصز اللي هنروح بيها في organized way بطريقة مترتبة أو متنظمة. How can we use what we have learned in mathematics to help the supervisor of the trip؟ هنساعد ازاي supervisor بتاع التريب بتاعتنا to divide you into the cars easily، يقسمنا على الكارز أو الباصز easily and enjoy the trip. I want you to first watch the video while you are organizing your thoughts, and then we will discuss this all together.
Freeway factors. Hello, what do we have here? That's a big car. It will carry several passengers. Here are some people wanting to go somewhere. I wonder how many different car and people combinations we can find. We must have the same number of passengers in each car each time. Wow, everyone could have their own car. Or 2 people could share a ride. Groups of 3 work fine. 4 passengers? Perfect. 6 means just 2 cars. But is there another way? Yes, there is. But we would have to get a minibus to transport them all. I really enjoyed that. But did you know, not only was it fun to watch, we've just done something really clever. We found all the factors of 12. Factors are the numbers that can be divided equally without a remainder. Time for me to drive away too. Bye for now.
And now from the video, we have come across an important term. We have come across it is as well when learning multiplication facts. And it is what? It is factors. This is one of the most important things we will be focusing. ده هنركز عليه in unit 6, factors and multiples. We will build our understanding of the relationship. هنعرف the relationship between multiplication and division to solve the problems. We will also apply كمان هنطبق what we have understood to find factors of numbers using variety. هنستخدم variety of methods كتيرة قوي وmaterials وmore than one strategy. The unit consists of 2 concepts. Unit D consists of 2 concepts. The first concept, understanding factors. We will explore the concept of factors using our knowledge of multiplication facts. Observing the methods of skip counting and number sense to understand the relationship between the numbers والfactors بتاعت الnumbers. And explore factors وcommon multiples. هنعرف كمان ايه هي الفactors وايه الcommon factors and the greatest common factors between 2 numbers. In the second concept اللي هو understanding multiples هنعرف مع بعض concept of multiples وهنعرف كمان common multiples least common multiples between 2 numbers. We will learn this in detail. هنعرف كل الحاجات دي in details at the right time. Now in lesson 1 in concept 1 which is called identifying factors of whole numbers هنتعلم how to define factors. ازاي نعرف factors of whole number وكمان explain the patterns we observe in numbers that have 2, 5 or 10 as factors. Now do you remember فاكرين التوي كار جيم اللي لعبناها مع بعض we played with our friends in lesson 4 in unit 5? Can you remember it? We were organizing. كنا بنقسم الكارز into equal columns and rows. We said that وقتها قلنا ايه؟ Yes, we said that 4 times 2 is the same as 2 times 4. This means what? This means commutative property of multiplication اللي هي changing the number. The product in commutative property does not change. البرودكت هيفضل زي ما هو مش هيتغير. And now we have the chance to use and apply what we learned from the game in the activity titled Lots of Rectangles in Axis part on page 233. Let's see this on the board all together. طيب دلوقتي احنا عندنا 24 airplane seats in a rectangle. We want to arrange them in a rectangle. We want to think of all the ways. عايزين نفكر في كل الطرق ازاي نقسمهم the chairs دول into equal rows وكمان columns و draw rectangles to explain our thoughts. Here I have 24. تعالوا نرسمهم بقى in rectangles in so many different ways. I'll give you time to think and draw the rectangles in your school book, and when we get back, we will discuss the different ways of seat arrangement all together. And now I am sure you had many thoughts. متأكدة إن أنتوا كلكم عندكم many thoughts through your head when you were trying to organize the aeroplane's seats with rows and columns, especially since each arrangement will be in the shape of a rectangle. And I am sure you have thought of the dimensions of the rectangle and which you will draw. And what's important is to get 24 at the end. When I asked my students in my class, لما رحت سألت الستودنتس بتوعي في الكلاس بتاعي، حد فيهم قال لي that he can arrange them into 12 rows, each one have 2 seats. تعالوا كده نرسمه in a rectangle. Here I have 12 rows, each one have 2 seats. 12 rows, each one has 2 seats. Okay. طيب يبقى أنا عندي 2 columns and 12 rows. 12 times 2 gives me 24, so this is one of the right answers. طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى another student قال لي ايه. Another student arranged them into 8 rows, each one have 3 seats. واحد تاني قسمهم 8 rows, each one have 3 like this. Example, 8 rows, each one has 3 seats. يعني قسمهم 3 columns and 8 rows. و8 times 3 gives me 24, so this is also right answer. طيب في student تالت قسمهم بطريقة مختلفة خالص. قال لي أنا هعمل 6 rows and 4 seats. عمل 6 rows like this and 4 seats like this. يبقى 6 and 4. Okay. طيب if you multiply 6 times 4 gives me what? Gives me also 24, which is also right answer. طيب دلوقتي all the arrangements of 24 seats or the number 24 are correct. كل الحاجات اللي احنا عملناها دي is correct. طيب and there are many ways to solve this problem. في كمان طرق كتيرة جدا مختلفة ممكن أحل بيها نفس البروبلم. For example, arranging all the seats in one row. يعني ممكن يبقى عندي one row made up of 24 seats. However, these solutions are not practical or are very hard to apply, despite the fact that they represent the arrangement of 24 seats in a rectangle. And after reviewing multiplication, بعد ما شفنا multiplication using rectangles, we will now find out the meaning of factors. هنعرف معنى الفactors, even though it is not the first time we have used, مش أول مرة نستخدم الفactors. We will find that a solution and the rectangles we draw in axis part all represent, كل ده can represent factors of number 24. Number factors are numbers that يعني إيه factors؟ يعني two numbers I multiplied them together to form a specific product عشان يطلعوا لي البرودكت اللي أنا عايزاه. Like the number of 24 يعني factors of 24 two numbers multiplied by each other عشان يطلعوا لي number 24. All the numbers we have written are factors of number 24 زي اللي احنا شفناه. Because if you multiply each number by the other one, the product will be 24. Now you can write them more than one in one way. ممكن نكتب بأكتر من طريقة, including the factor 3 and so on. وطرق مختلفة كتير. The product of every two. تعالوا نستخدم كده factor 3 to find the factors of 24. طيب. Here I have number 24 like this. عايزة أكتب الفاكتورز بتاعته using the factor 3. طيب هشوف ايه ال two numbers times each other يدوني 24. Yes, as you know that 1 times 24 gives me 24. And these are the first two factors. طيب احنا عارفين ان 24 even ممكن استخدم 2 times 12. هو مش 2 times 12 also gives me 24. طيب what else? ايه two numbers اللي multiplied by each other to give me 24? Yes, 24 is found in table 3. So 3 times 8 also gives me 24. طيب وايه تاني؟ Yes, I know that 24 موجودة في table 4. So 4 times what gives me 24? Yes, 4 times 6 gives me 24. And all of these numbers are factors of 24. To learn more about these factors, let's head to build part in our books on page 234. Let's see it all together. And as you see here, we have a chart. In your school book, page 234, we have 3 models of the 100 chart, and we want to use it to explore the numbers with factors 2 و5 و10. تعالوا نشوف مع بعض. Let's start with the first model. And we will skip counting by 2 لغاية ما نوصل 20. تعالوا نعملها كده. I will start counting with you, and I will shade or circle the boxes in my book. I want you also to shade with me or color in your school books. Let's start all together. طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى. The first number is 2, right? And then skip counting by 2. So I will reach 4. And then skip counting by 2. I will circle 6. Skip counting by 2. I will reach 8. Again skip counting by 2. 10. Again 12. Skip counting by 2. 14. Then 16. Then 18, then 20. Okay? طب what do you notice here? Yes, I can circle 2, 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, and all this line are skip counting by 2. I am sure you can if you have noticed that we shaded the even numbers only. شايفين احنا عملنا shaded على أو circle على ال even numbers only. طيب ده معناه ايه؟ That means that number 2 is factor for all even number. هلاقي number 2 ده factor لكل ال even numbers. طيب when we are done, I want you to shade the rest of the chart right after the lesson ends. هنعمل بقى كل الروز اللي احنا عاملين عليها circles عشان كل ده in table 2 أو even numbers. And now let's repeat what we have done. تعالوا نعيد بقى كل اللي احنا عملناه ده in the second 100 chart. But this time I will skip counting by 5 until I reach 50. تعالوا نعملها مع بعض. يلا. Now I will skip counting by 5 and not by 2. Skip counting by 5, so I will start with 5, right? تعالوا كده نبدأ ب 5. وبعدين skip counting by 5 يعني count 5. So I will start with 5, then 10 and 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and so on. طيب what do you notice here? Yes, all the numbers we shaded end with 0 or 5 in the ones place. يعني كل النمبرز اللي معمول عليها circle هلاقي في الones place بتاعها يا إما 5 يا إما 0 like you see here. Okay? طيب ده معناه إيه؟ ده معناه إن ال 5 is one of the factors of the shaded numbers in the chart, and just like we said ال ones place لازم يكون 0 أو 5 عشان أقول إن ال 5 دي factors in this number. Okay? طيب now we can move to the third model. هنروح بقى نشوف ال third model in the hundreds chart. This time we will skip counting by what? Yes, skip counting by 10 till I reach 100. تعالوا كده skip counting by 10. Okay. هو يعني إيه skip counting by 10؟ يعني I will start with 10, right? Skip counting by 10, so count 10, then 20, 30, 40, then 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 till I reach 100. All of this skip counting by 10. I think that this pattern is very clear that all the numbers I circled with 0 in the ones place. زي ما احنا شايفين كده كل النمبرز اللي أنا عملت عليها circle look في الوانس place هلاقي فيها 0 right؟ طيب ده معناه إيه؟ ده معناه إن 10 is one of the factors of the circled number in the chart و just like we have said إن الوانس place is 0. ال 10 هلاقيها factors في النمبرز اللي آخر digit فيها 0. Okay, now after we have finished the 3 models and all these numbers have 0 in the ones place, كل النمبرز دي عندها 0 في الوانس place. This means what? This means إن ال 2 وال 5 وكمان ال 10 can be factors of the same number such as 20 و 30 و 40. يعني 2 وال 5 وال 10 التلاتة لو أي number آخره 0 أو ال ones digit بتاعه 0 they will be factors of this number. And now after exploring together some of the numbers with factors 2 و 5 و 10 I will give you some time to solve the chart on page 235 in your school book. We will find numbers that we are asked to determine if they have 2 as a factor, 5 as a factor or 10 as a factor. According to what we think, we will circle yes or no and you will review the answers when we are back. Okay. Now let's solve this table all together. Okay. Here I have this table. The first number I want to know 26 is 2 a factor in it? Is 5 a factor in it? Is 10 a factor in it or no? تعالوا نشوف بقى. Number 2 هسأل نفسي number 2 factor in 26 or no? Yes. 2 is factor of 26. Why? Because 26 is an even number, right? يبقى 2 is a factor in 26. طب تعالوا نشوف كده هي 5 factor of 26 or no? 5 and 10 are not factors of 26. Why? عشان 26 الوانس عندها ولا 0 ولا 5, right? So it is not 5 is not factor in 26. وكمان 26 الوانس بتاعتها there is no 0 here, so 10 is not factor in 26. تعالوا نشوف the second number which is 70. Is 2 factor in 70 or no? Yes, 2 is a factor of 70. Why? Because 70 is an even number. يبقى أول حاجة 2 is a factor of 70. What about 5? Is 5 factor of 70 or no? طيب I said 5 لازم ال ones place يكون يا إما 0 يا إما 5. So 5 is factor of 70. Yes, 5 is factor of 70. What about 10? طيب احنا قلنا 10 is factor في النمبرز ال ones place بتاعها 0. So 10 is a factor of 70. So the answer is yes. Let's move to the third number which is 15. عايزة أعرف 2 is a factor of 15. This time 2 is not factor of 15. Why? عشان ال 15 دي odd number. اتفقنا إن 2 factors of even numbers only. يبقى 2 is not factors of number 15 which is odd number. What about 5? Yes, 15 ال ones place بتاعها 5. So 5 is a factor of it. طيب what about 10? 10 is not factor of 15. Why? عشان في ال ones place I don't have 0. So 10 is not factor of 15. Let's move to the last one, number 17. Is 2 is a factor in number 17? No, 2 is not factor in number 17 because 17 is odd number. احنا متفقين ان 2 factor in the even numbers only. يبقى 2 is not factor in number 17. What about 5 and 10? Of course 5 is not factor in number 17 عشان here I don't have in the ones place ولا 0 ولا 5. يبقى 5 is not factor and also 10 is not factor in number 17. This means what? This means that there are many ways to write the factors other than the factor tree. طيب دلوقتي لازم نعرف ان في طرق مختلفة كتيرة قوي نكتب بيها الفاكتورز غير الفاكتور tree. We started with number 24. An example of that is the factor rainbows. عندنا بقى طريقة نعمل بيها الفاكتور اسمها factor rainbows and factor t-charts. ممكن ارسمها بالفاكتور rainbows والفاكتور t-charts. تعالوا نشوف these ways all together on the board. Okay. Now let's see problem number 1. Here we want to list the factors. عايزة أجيب الفاكتورز بتاعة number 40 using factor rainbow. Let's see how can I do it. طيب يبقى عندي number 40. عايزة أجيبها بطريقة الفاكتور rainbow. تعالوا نشوف بقى، احنا اتفقنا الفاكتورز two numbers multiplied each other to give me the number اللي أنا عايزاه اللي هو 40. طيب 1 times what gives me 40? Yes, 1 times 40. So I will make my rainbow like this. يبقى 1 times 40 gives me 40. These are the first two factors of number 40. Type 40 is even number, right? So it is found in table 2 أو 2 factor in number 40. يبقى 2 times what gives me 40? تعالوا نشوف كده. 2 times 20 gives me 40. طيب هي 40 موجودة في table 3؟ No, 40 is not found in table 3. طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى table 4. Yes, 4 is found in table 4. هعمل ايه؟ هعمل 4 times 10. هي مش 4 times 10 gives me 40؟ يبقى these are also two factors of 40. طيب what else؟ هي 40 موجودة في table 5؟ Yes, 40 is found in table 5. طب عرفت ازاي؟ عشان ال ones place is 0. So 5 times what gives me 40? Yes, 5 times 8 gives me 40. يبقى ال 5 وال 8 كمان factors of 40. Okay? So what are the factors of 40? All these numbers are factors of 40. طيب كمان احنا ممكن نكتبهم بطريقة ال t-chart. تعالوا نكتب ال factors of 40 بطريقة ال t-chart. Let's see. Here I will make like t, letter T. وهكتب الفاكتورز بتاعة ال 40 in the t-chart. هكتبها ازاي؟ Like this. Here I have 1 times 40. عندي ايه كمان؟ 2 times 20. What else? 4 times 10 gives me 40. And what else? 5 times 8 gives me 40. And this is the t-chart way. تعالوا نشوف بقى problem number 2. Problem number 2, we want to list the factors of 36. عايزين نعمل ال factors of 36 using the factor rainbow. تعالوا نعملها مع بعض. Okay, I will rub this. And I will write the factors of number 36. Okay, تعالوا نعمل factors of 36. أول two factors of 36 is what? Yes, 1 times 36. The factor rainbow like this. I will start with 1 times 36. طب هي 36 found in table 2? Yes, it is even number. So 2 times what equals 36? Yes, 2 times 18, 36. عرفت منين؟ عشان 36 even number. So it is found in table 2. طب what about 3? Is 36 found in table 3? Yes, 3 times 12 gives me 36. يبقى 3 times 12 gives me 36. And what else? Is 36 found in table 4? Yes, I know that 4 times 9 equals 36. تعالوا نكتبها. 4 times 9 gives me 36. طيب is 36 found in table 5? 5 factor of 36? No. عشان 5 لازم يكون this place أو last digit 0 أو 5. So 5 is not factor of 36. طب what about 6? Yes, I know that 6 times 6 gives me 36. So 6 is also factor of 36. So all these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36 are factors of 36. طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى in problem number 3. Problem number 3 أنا عايزة to find the factors of 20 but this time I will use the T chart. تعالوا نشوفها كده مع بعض. Okay. Let's see the factors of number 20. Here is number 20. In this time, I will write the factors in T chart. طيب, what are the first two factors of 20? In two numbers, if I multiply them by each other, gives me 20. Yes, I will start with table 1. So 1 times 20 gives me 20. طيب, let's move to table 2. 20 هي 2 factor of 20 or no? Yes, 2 is a factor of 20 because 20 is an even number. So 2 times what gives me 20? Yes, 2 times 10 gives me 20. So 2 and 10 are factors of 20. What about table 3? Is 3 factors of 20? No, 20 is not found in table 3. طيب, تعالوا نشوف في table 4. Yes, أنا عارفة إن 20 موجودة في table 4. 4 times what gives me 20? Of course, 4 times 5 gives me 20. So 4 and 5 are factors of 20. Now we can also write them in T-chart like this, أو ممكن نعملها بالrainbow factors in any way you want. And now we reach the connect part on page 236, and we want to make sure we understand the factors and we remember what we said when we are asked to write 3 numbers that have 2, 5 or 10 as factors. تعالوا نشوف الchart all together. And here's my chart in the connect part. Here in the connect part, we have 3 numbers that have 2, 5 or 10 as factors. And what do the 3 numbers we wrote have in common? ال 3 numbers دول ايه الحاجات الcommon اللي عندهم؟ Okay, so here we will start from the end. Because if you remember what's common between them, ايه الحاجات الcommon اللي ما بينهم؟ We will answer right away. Do you remember when we said that the factors of any number that has 0 في ones place are 2 و 5 و 10؟ يعني 2 و 5 و 10 كلهم factors في any number that has 0 in the ones place. So the numbers we will choose أي number هختاره أو هكتبه لازم يكون في 0 في ones place. زي إيه؟ any number ones place بتاعه 0. I can write 50. What else? 370. What else? 1000 for example. أي number هكتبه ones place بتاعه 0 هيبقى 2 وال 5 وال 10 are factors of this number. To build our understanding and practice more, you can check your understanding by scanning the code in front of you and in your book, page 233. Thank you so much for your watching and see you soon.